Danny Phantom, Reno Ichikawa from Kaiju number 8. When this line came out, I told myself I am only getting the main titular character. I gotta say, should have trusted my gut. Let's find out today why. Say it with me. Back at it again, baby! Yes, what is up, everybody? Hello, my name is LeCompton. Welcome to today's in-depth review of SH Figuarts Reno Ichikawa. Looking nice in the box, I have to say. Very quickly, I wasn't planning on getting the rest of this line at all, and then I was sold by the anime and then also the Kaiju number 8 figure, and I was like, right? You know, so looking good in the box. The box art looks really good, very, very akin to the Kaiju number 8 box. Of course, you get the window shots, and then I have checked, there are no bootlegs as of right now, and the thing you do want to check for is the Tamashii Nations quality sticker seal of approval right there. On the side here, you got the kind of sort of product shots on the back showing everything Reno can do, or Reno. And then over here, I don't really like that one, but you know, whatever. Bottom, you got that, which, you know, gets the flex, and then also the top doesn't really have too much going on there. So I'm excited, even though I was so reluctant to get him. So let's go ahead and get Reno Ichikawa out of the box. And there is Reno out of the box. Looks like he comes with a decent amount. I did pick him up off of Hobby Genkai for $65 in total, shipping included. And I did check right now, as of June 25th, he is still available. So if you are sold by this, that's where you want to pick him up. Other places, sure, probably, maybe, I don't know. So Reno looks like he comes with 4 interchangeable faceplates. You got an alternate little windswepty hairpiece, 2 pairs of interchangeable hands. The thing that we want to see, and I am so excited because, you know, I was sold on the Kaiju number 8 figure, but DLC for the boy definitely works for me. DLC faceplate, and then you've got his rifle piece there. So for $65, I think that's pretty good. We really do need to put him through the ringer and see what he can and can't do. So with all of that being said, let's go ahead and get into this review. So for articulation, for Reno, I have noticed some things right out of the box here, and they're cool, but they do seem a little dangerous. So let's go ahead and get into that real quick. Now, can look up. Ooh, oh, 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 oh. I killed him. Okay, can look up that much without his head popping off. Can look up about that much with his head popping off, without his head popping off, and then can look down about that much, which is pretty okay. Got a head tilt like so, head tilt like, yeah, all the way around like a little yoga, and then you get a full 360 exorcist style, so no problems there. The things that, like, this is where we're gonna go ahead and start, and this is the things that I'm curious about, like, to see how they go in action. Okay, so this piece right here, the shoulder piece for the force here, it goes up like that, and then, you know, it's so the thing I did want to point out is it's not like a Captain Ginyu piece, and by that I mean like how it's not connected right there like by any type of hinge or ball joint. What it really is going on here is, okay, see that right there? That is a little plastic, like almost strip it's holding it on there, and it's connected to the body, so you're not gonna really have a problem with it like popping off unless you like really snap it, which I'm hoping that doesn't happen here. But also I can see that with that shoulder piece, this is what you're gonna get on like a T pose here, and that's pushing it. That's some strain right there, and I don't know how I feel about that, honestly. You know, like, for him not to be able to raise, but like, he's a soldier, so does he really need to do that? I don't know. I'm a little cross about it. Can go up like that. I wouldn't say it's a full 360 around. Yes, he can do the full 360 motion, but it's like it's gonna hit that shoulder piece and then come around and go down like that. So it's interesting to me. It's not like a deal breaker, but it's an interesting design, especially for like this character. So I'm assuming the rest of the figures are going to be like this. Now, he does have the bicep swivel that we're all used to, the double jointed arms that can get an amazing flexion right there. A ball joint within the wrist as always. I don't know if you're gonna get a really like, okay, so that's what you're gonna get on the ball joint, like little flexion right there. Same thing can be said about the other side. Now, ooh, okay, all right, just moving on here. The ab crunch is gonna stop right there. That chest piece, chest pectoral plates are stopping it right there, which is crazy because Kaiju number 8 could do like so much stuff. And for Reno to not be able to do this, that's a little weird. Can do a better version of the limbo style, so that's cool. Does not have all of the moving parts as Kaiju number 8, which makes sense because he's not a freaking kaiju or anything, but it is noticeable that this, like the backbone, the spine, and then like the scapula pieces they're not like interconnected or anything like that. So that's a little bit of a downgrade in my book. Now, as far as the hips, can bend back like that if you really want to include the hips, and then ab crunch. Dude, Jesus, dude, like he's not. This is probably why he's not in shape, is because I can't do some crunches right here. Now, the other piece I wanted to talk about is this right here. Hold on. Okay, so that is a ball joint for the pistols, which is cool because it can move around like so. It looks like it is like a stick ball joint, and it does have like a little bit of a pivot motion right there. But this is my fear is that could break very, very easily, like extremely easy, because it looks just super flimsy. Same thing can be said right here, the ammo packs right there. See how that's got the same thing? Can kind of go up like so and then kind of come down like, yeah, which I think that looks way more natural. Same thing can be said as far as the leg goes right there. Kind of comes out like that and then can move around. So, you know, it's like, it's not hindering it, but it is something that I'm gonna keep an eye on because it looks very, very thin, and I could totally see that being an issue or it snapping. All right, back to regular articulation points here. That's terrible. Come on, Reno. Kick that leg up a little higher. Okay, that's what you're gonna get right there. It's not the greatest, but like he's a soldier, so I guess, you know, it makes sense that he's not super articulated, but can kick all the way back like that, which is, yeah, this is pretty nice there, so it's not too bad. Does have the thigh cut, can move around like so. Double jointed knees, which has a very nice flexion. The other part here is this little ankle bracelet thing. I don't know what you want to call it. It's part of his uniform or his suit, but it can kind of like move around like sideways and whatnot. I see it as another potential thing of it could fall off or break. It doesn't feel flimsy by any means, like the plastic does feel solid, but it is held on to with a thin piece of plastic. Now, can do his toes down like so, okay, so that's good. We're not gonna get any type of hindering on the toes coming up right there. And then ankle rocker like so, and then I don't know if you really want to break his ankles like that, that's pretty cool. And then toe pivot action. Cool. Oh God, I don't know, something about toes, man. Say it every single time. Something about those toes. Not a feet person, but all of that being said, I see potential here. There is a lot of interesting things that they've done with the figure. I just don't know. I don't see how it's gonna pan out, but you know, we'll find out, right? All right, full paint apps and sculpting. I'm gonna say that I think this is where Reno is going to get his redemption arc right here, because the thing I've noticed, yes, like looking at it from afar, you're just like, all right, it's the thing, but All right, look at it really close. That's a zipper. That is a zipper, and it has the zipper teeth going all the way down, giving it that it's a combat suit, but it's giving it that combat suit look. The chest, the pec plates right here, they are protruding out there. I do like that. It is a weird attention to detail, but I'm totally here for it. You've got the little neck pieces right there, which I'm assuming are like the part for the mask as well. Over here, you've got the Izumo Tech little symbol, or the kanji, and then the kanji on that looks really good, especially on that little smaller part. That looks really cool. The back here, there is no shading to this whatsoever. It is very stark colors. So it's going to be like gray and black. So there's nothing you really need to look for that. But like going down here to the ass, like everything looks good. All of the colors are matching. The magazine little pockets right there, those look really good, making Cable blush. I wouldn't say making Cable blush, but I do feel like he's seen. As far as the pistol goes here, pistol looks pretty good. It is not something that you can take out, but I do like the little buttons right there, kind of giving it the actual pistol holder feel. I'm not into guns, so I could be calling this something completely wrong. Now, as far as the arms go, looks really good. You can see that the elbow here has the appropriate little green spot right there, which is kind of like that metal thing. And then you've got those carpals and metacarpals like gloves there that Kaiju has, but also these guys have, and that looks really good as well. Going down here to an awkward crotch shot, nothing too crazy as far as like the sculpting. You can see it's not just like a flat, smooth plastic. It does have a little bit of ripple effect in the pants there, so that's cool. And also the straps of the extra little pockets, or the satchels packs. It looks like it's like interwoven through the pants. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. The knees, same thing as well. Like you've got like padded knees, and then down here to the feet, it's kind of like it's not too shiny, but it does give off a little bit of a gloss there. But it does all look really good. Also, is that like the little, so I'm not into the manga, like I feel like I should be, but do they have like rockets on their shoes? I don't know, maybe, but it's kind of basic. Hear me out. It's kind of basic, but the attention to details that they did give it, the zipper, the tiny little kanji, the little buttons on the pistol holder, kind of make up for it. Kinda. So I don't know if you want to include this in the accessories portion, but for the accessories, the hair looks really good, giving very, very heavy Todoroki vibes as far as like the blings and the strands of the hair. That looks really good, going all the way around, so you don't really have any flat parts. Even that part right there has that little shave look, and then he's got a little cute little cowlick there, so it's so cute. Anyways, as far as the faceplate goes, pretty basic, but it is capturing the essence of the character. Just has no emotions unless, you know, his sensei is getting taken away. But as far as the eyes goes, eyes look really good. I don't see any imperfections. Pupils look really good, and then you got the little bit of a lens flare, Michael Bay lens flare, if you didn't know, in the irises, and then the mouth, pretty standard mouth. I always feel like it's beneficial to take the bangs off on the second shot, just so you can see like the actual face in all its glory here. So looks good, lining around the eyes, eyebrows look fine. They're just little lines. Mouth is very plain, very, you know, it's whatever. It's capturing the character though. And irises, you got that Michael Bay lens flare. The pupils look really good, and he's looking to the side there, so like it counts as the second faceplate. Right, finally getting some emotion from Reno here. Eyes look really good. They're kind of like popping out a little bit. Teeth look okay, so you got a little bit of teeth line there, and it's the smallest bit of asymmetrability. That's not a word. Eyebrows look good, lining around the eyes, and then also you got the little wrinkles to give the eyes some actual action there. And then pupils, iris, Michael Bay lens flare, all of it. Great. All right, more emotion from Reno. Why do I roll my tongues for a Japanese name? Don't ask questions. Okay, eyes look really good. They do look like they are they? No, okay. Well, they kind of look like they're looking up just a little bit. Lining around the eyes looks really good. Eyebrows are great. You see a little bit of disconnect around the lining of the eyes. I do like that. Pupils, irises, Michael Bay lens flare looks good. And then the mouth. It's not like the craziest mouth I've ever seen. It's very symmetrical, very but like it's got good definition. All right, 2-for-1 shot here. So you've got the little bit of like windswept bangs there, so that looks really good. I like the texture on them. You don't get a second piece of the hair, like it doesn't like you get an extra piece there, but you do get the bangs there. So as far as the faceplate that we're looking at right here, you see that back, like the actual mask is a piece for the mask itself. And like, oh, look, they have a little communicator in that earpiece. That's cool. You got any more of those? Wait a minute. Have I been missing this the whole time? Oh my God. All right, new report. Every single faceplate that I have covered has a little earpiece in there. So that's kind of cool. As far as the mask goes, that looks really good. I like it. Sculpting looks fantastic. You know, just echoing what it needs to from the anime, but I wouldn't say anything to write home about, but it does look really good. The eyes, they're just dead as can be. They're not dead. They're just emotionless, you know? So like overall, I think the faceplates look good. But there's one more we need to cover. And it's not gonna work, but we're gonna do it anyway. So DLC faceplate for Kaiju number 8 looks really good. The cracks on it look fantastic. That tongue, oh, I like it, but it is not articulated. You can't move it around, kind of like the Chainsaw Man faceplate. But as far as the eyes, oh God, that looks so good. Teeth look really good. The mouth got a little bit of depth, but not too much. And then on the side here, that's what you're gonna get on both sides, and I'm happy. I'm happy with this DLC faceplate, so give me more, Tamashii. All right, as far as the rifle that he comes with, it looks good, very gunmetal. There's no moving parts on this, but the sculpting does look really good. You've got the sight, which is, and then move it around here. So nothing crazy about this pistol, or the gun owners just lost their mind. Nothing crazy about this rifle, but I do like the fact that it has those little color pieces in there, so it's kind of like letting you know, like, oh, he's got a different round set in there. And then buttstock's fine, you know? So it's a good gun. It's not like the craziest gun. Whoa, eat your heart out, amazing Yamaguchi. Okay, so hands for Reno, nothing going on. It's got like a trigger hand, some kind of plain hands, and then also kind of like a holding the rifle buttstock hand there. So like it's fine, but I honestly don't know of anything else that they could have given me to be like, ooh, hands. And there is Reno Ichikawa next to the only release we have so far for the Kaiju number 8 series, which is Kaiju number 8 himself. Of course, we did have to throw in some monsters, some other things, and some other lines just to give you a really good idea of how he stands, because Kaiju number 8 is pretty damn big. So it's kind of hard to say, all right, he's as tall as him, or he's as tall as this. So you've got Mafex's Venom, and then you also have the Clone Battle Network Hour SH Figuarts Goku, and then amazing Yamaguchi's Todoroki, which is kind of funny because I was making some Todoroki digs at Reno, and now we have Todoroki on the screen there. So the big question is, where does Reno stand with Kaiju number 8? And so obviously Kaiju number 8 is a kaiju humanoid form, as in he's not a big kaiju. You know this. Why am I telling you this? Because I've always wondered, when he came out as a figure, how did he do on scaling? What is he supposed to be? And now that we have a comparison, allow me to elaborate on how Kaiju number 8 is too big for the line already. So, without further ado, Kaiju number 8, yeah, I did scaling math. I did 1/12 scaling math, so just bear with me, okay? So Kaiju number 8 stands at 6.8 feet, which is 226 centimeters. So that means on a 1/12 scale, he should stand at 17.26 centimeters or 6.8 inches, which makes sense. However, here's the kicker. His real height in 1/12 scale is 7.48 inches and then 19 centimeters. So he's taller. He's taller than he needs to be because Reno actually stands at his perfect height, which is he stands in real life at 174 centimeters. And then on the figure scaling, he stands at 14.5 centimeters, which also converts to 5.7 inches. So, whew. It was fun, but I don't know how I got sucked into it, but I did. Here we are. The thing you need to know is Reno stands exactly where he needs to. Kaiju number 8, however, already a blunder on the series, stands too tall for what he should. So with all of that being said, will Reno Ichikawa be the unsung hero of the anti-kaiju force and receive the coveted Got to Freaking Have It award? Or will he be a failed recruit? Find out after this short break.
夢は夢なんかじゃない。夢のコラボだ。
クリマス、バーディー、ハンバーグラー、そしてゴジラがついにベアブリックに。
Ladies and gentle collectors, are you entertained by Reno Ichikawa? What are you thinking? Because I've had my time, I've had some fun with him, and I'm here to report. So, with all of that being said, out of the box, I was not impressed. Articulation is pretty minimal as far as like posing wise. Like it's not that he's like articulatedly stunted by any means. Like, yes, he can do all the things, double jointed arms, double jointed knees, like all of that. Sure. But it's like the ab crunch and then him just being able to do certain things. The other thing I did notice or just ran into all the time was the wrist pegs, the wrist accessories as far as the hands go. Anytime you move them, thanks to that piece right there, like the actual little cuff on the armor piece, anytime you move them just a little bit of just out sorts of rather than straight, they come off. I don't know if it's a shallow ball joint or if it's just the wrist hitting that thing to where it's just popping off too easily. It's just you can't move it around or anything. So what's the point of a wrist peg and a ball joint within the wrist if you can't even move it around? That's my gripes there. The other one, ab crunch, we already know it. The last thing I will say, bad stuff, is standing him up in dynamic poses like these, or just any type of just him not just standing there in a static pose. He needs to stand. He's not too sturdy when it comes to standing, and that's it's honestly a little bit of a bummer. It's not too bad if you got stands and you can make him do a bunch of cool poses. I get that. That's fine. As far as going on to the good stuff, he's super fun to pair with Kaiju number 8. Take that as you will, because if I didn't have Kaiju number 8, I really don't think I would have as much fun with him as I did as far as like the posing goes. All the other stuff, like, you know, accessories, the rifle part, the moving parts on his hip right there, like the pistol and then the magazine holders, great. I had no hindrance, no problem with them whatsoever. This part on the ankle, no hindrance. And then the most hindrance that I had was the shoulders. Like you're gonna have a time when you're trying to move them up or anything like that. It is soft plastic, so it doesn't like really break the bank or anything, but it's not too great. Last thing I did want to say was the neck joint is so shallow that anytime you move him up just a little bit, move that head up just a tiny bit, it's gonna pop off. So that's annoyance for me. I feel like I've just raked him through the dirt here. He is fun. He's a lot of fun to pair with Kaiju number 8. If I didn't have Kaiju number 8, like the soldiers on themselves, I don't think they stand on their own. So with all of that being said, my rating scale is hate it, like it, love it, got to freaking have it. And for $65 for Reno Ichikawa, he's fun to pair. That being said, solely standing by himself, I'd give him a like it, honestly. He's not a terrible figure, but he's just very meh to me, and I think it's just the lack of being able to do a lot of stuff without the stands, and then just the small problems that I had. Let me know in the comments what you think. Am I too hard on him? I don't think I'm too easy on him. I think I was pretty hard on him, but you know, price point, you gotta be legit for, you know, these premium figures. Like I can't just have a meh figure and justify $60 to $80 every single time. I just can't. But stay tuned next week. So we're doing Denji. Yeah, I've heard not great things about him. Denji from the SH Figuarts line, Chainsaw Man. I'm excited just because I want to see what's all the fuss about. Why is he so trash? So stay tuned next week, guys. Thank you so much for watching this, and until next time, Compton out.